Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT Podcast, episode 68.
68.
Sure? Okay. Yeah, we're back at it again. You know, it takes a lot to get rid of us, except for when we want to. What?
Do you not remember that?
The white kicks.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the white vans. It's an old meme, dead meme.
Freeman, you're the
Centuries
Weeeb.
old.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't get it from the white kicks part of the.
It was white
it was
vans. I
white
forgot. Yeah. No,
Anyway,
still shit.
On my right,
I'm Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as Friedman.
and on my left,
Just Tyler with back at it again with the shitty memes.
and we're gonna just
Damn,
fly through a bunch of news stories because honestly, this is one of those weeks where Freeman added all the news because I was just like, I don't give a fuck about most of this.
I literally don't give a shit. Oh wait, no, I care about one.
You care about one item on here.
One of them literally
Three.
has your name in it.
Three of these things.
Two of them have your name on them, actually, not just one.
Two of them.
Right at the bottom and right at the third thing.
Oh, I'm calling you out during the Weeeb shit because we did something
Oh.
unforgivable.
Oh, yeah. Oh god.
Oh,
we
boy.
did some shameful shit. It was great.
But we'll get
It was
to
a
that later.
Brotherhood experience. We will. But first, we will talk about.
All right, let's start
Overwatch
with Overdank.
League.
Yes. So Blizzard's one still living esports league, Overwatch League, started up their next season this weekend. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a good chunk of it. Blizzard has incentivized watching for if you link your Blizzard account with Twitch and you watch, you get league credits for buying skins or whatever. That sounds really great until Blizzard admitted hey, we kind of fucked up the link system, so no one's getting any credits watching on opening weekend. So I think the first couple of hours gave out credits and they didn't, which was annoying. So I watched a good chunk of Sunday's games. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun to have Overwatch League back. It's cool to watch. You can watch streamers and you can watch the whole game from a first person perspective, but you can't really tell what's going on. When you get to watch from this moving third person camera, now that they have better control over how they show you the game, it's really cool to watch how team movement works in the game. The only problem is GOATS is still way too dominant and people will switch to it the second shit doesn't look that great. And GOATS versus GOATS, go all tank support. So
oh, right, I forgot, yeah.
Healing ball with tank, and you just sit there and you poke everyone's ult, and then you throw them out at the same time and hope you win. And it's a really dominant play style, mostly because of Lucio and Brigida's AoE healing and how.
Come on, she already got nerfed.
Dude,
She's
she
got to
is
keep
GOATS.
getting nerfed, dude.
She can't be played at professional level. It's all gonna be GOATS. And she's ruining professional metagame. But hopefully people come with some kind of a counter. We are seeing I think it was 26 of the 29 heroes saw play at some point in the weekend. Some dude was doing this trolly ass Torbjorn shit, and I was so happy to catch that game. It was crazy. But yeah, Overwatch League, that's where it's at. Let's see how much Blizzard can prop up a fake esports league before people realize it's not actually that fun to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Damn.
you mentioned the camera that flies around and they got better controls and everything, but I feel like Overwatch has never really taken off as a huge esport just because, I feel like the complaint even before the esports league launched was this is going to be impossible to follow because it's just such a mess of people really close.
It's a lot easier now that they have the free moving camera control.
Yeah, the free
It's
moving
one
camera.
of the big things they're advertising for this is that they're not just jumping from player to player.
Is it wrong to say,
Well,
though,
no,
that maybe they're too late?
Well, no, they've had
No, this is
that.
only the second season.
Didn't they?
The free moving camera.
Yeah, when I watched esports shit in the past, I've seen it.
So it was more it was if you had control of a character who could fly around, if you're playing Minecraft creative mode.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be like. Now it's more of they have fixed camera points and the camera smoothly transitions them. So it's almost like there's a camera boom moving it around.
Oh, so it's
looks
just a lot
smoother.
different. Okay.
It ends up feeling more professional when they do. There was one part where they saw that they're on the fucking map at the well. And one team was coming up and they were going around the side entrance, and what they did is they just had the camera swing around with roughly their movement speed, so by the time it's centered on the well, both teams were there, and it felt really cool to watch it that way. And I was able to follow what their team was trying to do when the camera did that. So.
Can I ask, Freeman, since you would know probably the most, how does CSGO do it? Or is that just so not a big esports these days?
No, it's still a big esports in terms of people who stream it, but for the most part, they just rotate from player perspective to player perspective. I know there are some fixed anchor points that the cameras will use, but generally it's more helpful for you to just see from the player's perspective, because
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Is the idea that there's a lot less going on the screen in CS:GO than there is in Overwatch, with like abilities and shit popping off everywhere?
It also do with the fact there's a really low time to kill. If you see an enemy, chances are you're going to kill them in less than half a second. So, like, so does everyone know what Dust 2 is?
Yeah.
In Counter-Strike. It's the most famous map. One of the biggest scenarios you'll see is you have two snipers, one who's on the plant site and one who's down long A. And usually I don't need to be zoomed out to know what they're doing. If I see one of them going for a peek and he sees nothing, that's all I need to know, because then they're going to jump to the other guy to see where he is. And once you see he's hiding behind the box, you know exactly what's happening. So there's a lot less information that's needed because of how simple the game is. And I love this joke is someone says, how do I get good at Counter-Strike? And someone says, oh, just click on the other guy's head. And that's essentially, that's all the game is. It's just, you see your enemy and you click on him. So because it's that simple, there's nothing else crazy going on. They don't need a lot of extra angles. They will do free camera mode for stuff like when people throw smoke and flash grenades up over parts of the map. They will try and follow the grenade for some of the camera angles. I know they don't do that on every map because a lot of maps aren't designed for you to look at assets from every angle. Like it used to be that roofs weren't always on every building, but they've gotten better about that. But yeah, no, it's a lot more simpler for CS:GO.
I don't know. As much as I like Overwatch, I feel like this isn't gonna take off.
It's not. I don't even watch it like 100% attention. It's like I have it open while I'm reading Reddit.
Can I just say that it's telling that since we all started playing Siege together more, I feel like we're all spending a lot more time in that. I don't know if you guys are playing Overwatch on the side. I know I haven't touched Overwatch in weeks, if not months.
Oh, I'm still playing Overwatch the same amount I was, where I pop in for a game or two at a time every couple days.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing these other games that I've been buying just randomly on sale. I've been playing like Rainbow Six. I actually downloaded Vegas 1 last night because it was $3.
Holy shit.
Dude, that shit was lit.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
All right, we can keep moving because I'm kind of delving into more overall gaming stuff than just Overwatch League started. Yay, that's it.
All right, let's get out of games into something else.
So before we say what this is, can I just say I thought this was already a given based on what's happened before?
It was, but it was confirmed earlier in the week.
So, I think it was like yesterday, it was confirmed that the Marvel Punisher and Jessica Jones shows at Netflix are canceled. Honestly, like I said, I thought these were just known based on the fact that Daredevil was over and Luke Cage was over. And like, I thought everyone just believed that these would be done already.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was over already, but I guess we needed extra confirmation.
Yeah, I think it was less that Netflix wanted to cancel and more that Mickey Mouse wouldn't allow them to continue.
So here's something really hilarious. Just before this over dinner, Val and I watched How It Should Have Ended, put up a new episode. Have you guys seen them? They're like the animated movie ending.
Yeah, I see them every so often.
Well, they have a sub-series called Villain Pub, which is like a offshoot of their superhero cafe. It's really funny, but they did a roundup that they do every year where they talk about the Best Picture nominees. And in the video, Thanos, the animated Thanos, says that he's on Netflix just like Roma is. That other movie that everyone's like, oh my god, probably movie of the year.
I never knew. Well,
I never saw it. But and then Thanos says, oh, but we're on Netflix too. And then you see just a profile of 2 Mickey Mouse ears go across the bottom of the screen. It says, for now, haha.
Honestly,
like,
there's no like official thing, I guess, going around.
It's like one of those things where it's not even a kept secret, but they're just not announcing it directly.
It's
but
one
everybody
of those
knows.
You already know scenarios.
Like, it's a thing when people who don't pay attention to like streaming services and technology and stuff like that are like, yeah, Disney's gonna launch a streaming service.
But see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about the Netflix shows in particular. a project like the Disney streaming service to get all these other things going around, like the Frozen movie, the Lion King, Toy Story, like that has to be projected years out at least, right? So then, and if that's the case, what's the point of getting the Defenders together? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is the point of doing that entire project?
Oh, you mean what was the point?
Yeah, like what is the
They
point
needed
of
something to
having
fill
something
time,
ambitious?
like building that technology. Like I don't think it's supposed to even launch this year. It's supposed to launch 2020, maybe. Is it? Didn't we do a headline on this like a few months ago?
I
A few
don't
weeks ago?
remember what the date was.
I don't
Let's
remember
do
either.
some
Either way,
quick
it hasn't been
research.
announced. And how long ago was Defenders? Like 6 months
A
or
year
more?
ago.
But that's like 2
But then
years
they
of
said
time.
it-
Like, why just sit on it then?
But that, what do you mean? What?
Why would Disney just sit on these properties that they could do this TV show? TV's not nearly as much of an expense as even like a movie.
No, what
Okay,
I'm saying
we did
is
it, we're
what is
done.
what is the point though?
To
of
keep
setting up?
people
Is it because-
interested. To build hype around Marvel.
But then just to kill it?
Well, everything has a shelf life. I mean, they if they'd been more successful, they probably would have kept going. But I mean, outside of like what Daredevil season 1 and maybe 2,
Daredevil and Punisher got like really good.
Okay, Punisher is
ratings
gonna
this
come
year.
back some other way because he's like the cult hero.
I almost doubt that.
Well, probably.
Okay, I got a fresh article today from CNET saying that the CEO said that launching it in 2019 is their top priority. So by the end of the year, it'll be live.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it
because
sounds
well,
like
then
it's
that's
gonna
why
be
they're
before the end of the
canceling.
year.
That's why
Because
we have to hear about these cancellations right now because it gives
Toy
them
Story,
time.
because they announced Toy Story and Frozen 2 and Lion King that they were going to premiere on the streaming service.
Let's
Yeah,
be
but
real
that's
here.
premiere on, not like before theaters.
They said it was supposed to.
I thought that meant the streaming premiere. Would
Yeah.
be. Like the first time you're able to stream it, it would be on those platforms. Not it's
Yeah,
what the
as opposed
fuck?
to
They worded it weird. Or maybe I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
retarded. I don't know.
They were
Forget it.
never not going to have a new Lion King or something in theater. They got to get those theater dollars. Anyway, yeah, Punisher and Jessica Jones got canceled. Now we all know it for sure. The end.
Yeah.
Tyler, you want to talk about some more disappointments?
Yeah. Disappointment.
Oh.
I thought this was good.
I mean,
yeah, so I tried out Apex Legends despite my shit talking Electronic Arts. I don't know. I gotta give it up to it. It's actually pretty good. I don't think it's gonna be a mainstay for me though, honestly.
so here's the burning question I have for you.
Yeah.
Do you like it more than PUBG?
No.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. It's kind of like I have a long like a laundry list of things I like and I don't like. But what it really comes down is to preference, right?
Yeah.
Do I believe that Apex Legends is a better game? Yes. Is it what I am looking for in a battle royale type game? No. I enjoy. So what I've learned about Apex Legends is that like everything goes super fast, everybody's dies super fast, everybody moves super fast. And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of that. I enjoy a lot more the tension building, almost like it's like the thriller, right? Aspect of PUBG. I mean, it can be fast, but you can do it yourself if you want. Like you can drop into a hot place.
So I was pretty sure you weren't gonna like it after I remember the first time I played PUBG with you and I died early and then I watched you hide your way to a chicken dinner. And I realized that that's not the play style that Apex is pushing.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
It pushes small engagements.
The play style is that it like it does things to encourage you to like kill other people as quickly as you can. Especially with the whole like like say like you, me and Tim are in a game. This is a mechanic that's in the game. Like say like Tim dies. We can pick up his tag after like say we wiped in the whole enemy team out, like we defended ourselves. And we can go over to like a way station and like revive him. Even though he's dead. Like dead.
Real?
Yeah, it's weird. So like the game encouraged you to be like, yo, you better wipe the whole team or else they can get another like, teammate back. But that like it happens a lot, but it doesn't kill the flow of the game. Like the numbers still go down pretty quickly. But yeah, like I think it's cool. It's got a lot of neat stuff in it. Like I said, and the whole, all right, I have to say this also. The whole like, oh, it's Titanfall but no mechs, absolutely not.
You think it's too different to compare?
Yeah, like I would say maybe the movement and like close to the shooting, but that's about it. There's no like innate wall running or anything like that. Like some of the traversing is similar. Like a lot of things are similar, but I wouldn't say it's like Titanfall. It is a lot different. Like Tim, you might find like a lot of differences or similarities, right? Because you played a lot of Titanfall.
I played some Titanfall too. I also played mostly against bots because real people were just flip, jump, kick. Actually, I did play a little real multiplayer.
Well,
More than Siege, that's for sure.
Dude, jump kicks are the way. But yeah, no, I mean like it's fun. I honestly
Damn
think
it, stop
like,
Freeman. I almost did it.
If you're into the battle royale thing, I mean, give it a shot. Origin sucks. That's one thing. Origin is fucking terrible. Like, I can't explain to you. So every time I'm trying to find all my friends on Origin because we're not friends on Origin. This is the first time, like,
yeah, because why would you have been? Because no one had an Origin account before this game.
Yeah, because no one had a fucking Origin account. I didn't have an Origin account before I fucking.
Oh damn.
Did the why would I?
You either played like Battlefront 2 or a sports game, or you didn't have an Origin account.
Yeah, I played all my EA games on console anyway. But that being said, I don't know if it was me, but like my friends were also having a problem with it. I would send people friend invites and vice versa, and we wouldn't get notifications not until we find them.
Hell yeah.
Right? And then at the top right corner, it's like, oh, accept friend request. No notification or anything. I'm like, this is like Origin is shit, but the game is actually pretty good though.
Just not for you.
Just not for me. It's not like my preference. But I objectively, for a free game, there's a lot of quality there. And they changed around a lot of stuff. Like I'm actually kind of surprised that it is as polished as it is.
I mean, Titanfall 2 was polished top to bottom, so I can't say I'm super surprised. Like, everything in Titanfall felt really well thought out and designed, so... And I mean, heck, if you go back, these are the people who made the original Modern Warfare, so...
Yeah, the people who made this game knew what they were doing. It's not like they were all over the place. They had a singular idea, and they went with it, and it shows.
It.
So if you're about the battle royale games, I would say at least give it a shot. Like, it's free. So, like I said, I might not stay with it, but I do recommend it for people who are a fan of those kinds of genres. Like again, it's free. It's a well-polished game. You might as well just give it a shot.
You know it's not free?
Oh, God.
What's not free, Tim?
Freeman, I feel like this only affects like 5 people in the world.
Hey, yeah, me too.
So I'm going to piggyback off the story we dropped last week where, to literally no one's surprise, Sony dropped support for free games for the PS3 and PS Vita, mostly because no one's playing them anymore. But Sony then announced today that they are very soon they're going to be stopping production of the PlayStation Vita.
Surprising everyone who thought this happened a long time ago.
And it was like 0 voices who were crying out were all suddenly silenced, so nothing has changed. No one gives a shit. If you were Japanese, maybe this mattered where the Vita still got a lot of third-party support, but if you're in the US, the Vita's been dead for almost a full generation of games.
It sure has.
The fact that it's still alive is just a joke. So hearing this news, it doesn't make me upset. It makes me upset that I still can't get a Vita for like under $150. That's what makes me upset.
That's amazing.
That is kind of lame. Actually, I should plug my Vita in to make sure it works.
Oh shit, you own one?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, you own the rare one.
Yeah, man, I own one. I got one. I got can't remember if I got it when it first came out. I definitely waited a little bit to get it. I waited until like a couple games came out that I wanted. Like I got Persona 4 Golden.
I would say that's
I
probably the
think?
biggest reason anyone bought that game was
Yeah.
just to play the definitive edition of Persona 4.
But I never got around to it. Like, wait, I can't remember if I did or not. No, I bought Katamari.
Hell yeah.
I
Doesn't
played.
that now have a
through Uncharted.
re-release?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I played the Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 on it for shits and gigs. Because why not?
You know what's gonna make the Vita extra useless? Actually,
What?
you know what kind of plays into this? The whole backwards compatibility rumors about the PS5.
Oh yeah.
If that thing can run like any old PlayStation game, then either these ports don't matter, or they just get a new HD remake for like $5 on the PlayStation 5.
So real quick, 'cause you mentioned that, I want to go on a very minor tangent, but the Vita is a perfect example of this. We're going to find that going forward, porting games is actually going to be really difficult for consoles that had unique parts of their controller. And for the Vita, I'm referring specifically to the dual touchpads on the left and right side of the back of the Vita. One thing that Nintendo really doesn't want to own up to is that they can't release not even like a remake, but just re-release Super Mario Sunshine, because they were so dependent on having these analog triggers where you could detect how far it's held down, as well as like a full press, that they that's why they haven't actually re-released on Virtual Console or anything. And one of the big problems is that any game that was out on Wii or Wii U, or like the Wii U was dependent on having a screen on your controller, or the Wii had motion involved, unless you have a controller that supports that, they can't let you emulate it through that console. And this has become a big problem going forward for backwards compatibility, especially for Nintendo. But I wanted to bring up, because any game that's dependent on that touchpad, which I don't think is a lot for PS Vita, those ones really can't be brought forward unless you have a controller you can use for it.
Yeah, well, that's what they kind of did. So I was about to mention Tearaway for the PS Vita is probably one of the best like platformers ever played. Honestly, they're the people who made Little Big Planet made it, and they made a really good. Yeah, they used literally everything in that in the PS Vita. Like they used like the forward camera, the back camera, the front and back touchpad, everything.
I feel like this is the danger of being too tied to a platform like this. Like this is also I feel like this also is a victim of Nintendo. You know, like you said, Freeman, this is a big Nintendo problem.
It's because they always try to be super unique with shit. Like one of my favorite RPGs of all time, The World Ends With You, only worked because Square Enix said, make a game that can only be done with a touch screen and a real screen. And when they ported it to Switch, it lost a lot of the magic, because these games were designed around their hardware at the time.
Yeah.
It's okay, Freeman. In 10 years, we'll have a Wii U classic that'll play the World Ends With You.
A Wii U classic. No, was it? So, how long was it from the NES and the SNES to now? Like about 20, no, almost 30. Yeah, about 30 years. So yeah, give it like another 30 years. We'll be what? Our father's age.
Came out, Jesus Christ, it was 2 months after I was born. All right, so.
Yup.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like a Super Nintendo. That's how it makes me feel. Anyway.
What about whatever this Nintendo
Direct? Oh yeah, speaking of Nintendo issues,
segues, all right? Leave me alone.
Right,
speaking of Nintendo having issues with old consoles.
Well, whatever. Nintendo's the top. We're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. So, real quick, I'll give a little story to just pepper up what we're about to talk about. But last Wednesday, I sent a message out to the group chat saying, all right, it's Wednesday, work's over. I got to be at the gym in 30 minutes, so I got enough time to do one thing. Either I watch Rising of the Shield Hero right now so I don't get my blood pressure up later tonight, or I can watch the Nintendo Direct live. And of course, I made the wrong choice of watching the Nintendo Direct live, because for the most part, it started out with them not talking about anything. Like, they come right in strong going, hey, last time we saw you, we announced that Joker from Persona 5 is going to be in Smash Bros. That's still happening. Moving on. And I'm sitting there like, you're doing what? They're like, yeah, patch 3.0 coming out in spring. Moving on. I'm like, you not only barely showed off his character model, not even like moves or anything, you also didn't talk about who the next character coming out is going to be. You made it sound like, yeah, we're not going to have any news until April about this, which is kind of shitty. But then we're moving through stuff. They talked about some like Mario Maker upgrades, whatnot. None of it mattered. For the most part,
wait, none of it mattered. It was Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, none of that matters. Mario Maker.
Yeah, none of that matters.
What?
No one gives a
That's
fuck.
a whole new Mario Maker game.
Yeah, Mario Maker. Look.
People love Mario Maker.
Look.
Listen,
What could you
2-year-olds like
possibly-
fucking Mario Maker, all right? Real thing is fucking. Oh, I don't want to talk
Look,
about this.
Mario
first
Maker
part.
has
What
been
the
like.
fuck?
No, I was gonna swap them because I want to do them in the order they were talked about in the show because I want to talk about the disappointment first. But
Yeah.
the thing about Mario Maker is like Mario Maker 1 wasn't bad and it was kind of like it's kind of done to death. Like I'm not sure what 2 is gonna do to really make anyone
It's
who
called Put It on the Switch.
already played one.
That's it. All it has to do is put it on the Switch with like 2 new things, and that's it.
Yeah, this is not the kind of game I'm gonna double dip on. There's only so many Switch ports I'll buy, and this ain't it, Chief.
But Freeman, Luigi was also on the box this time.
Jesus.
Well, go tell our friend Luigi, because he's the only one who cares about that kind of stuff. Anyway, moving on. The big thing that took up a majority of the time at the Nintendo Direct was they were showing off Fire Emblem, and I wasn't following the news going into it, but when they showed it off, this shit is straight up Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. There is a school with 3 houses, and there's fights between them, and all this other nonsense, and it's the most, like, CG anime-looking thing I've ever seen.
Damn it. I thought there was
Like-
actually a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game coming to Switch exclusively. I
No.
thought that's what... Damn it.
No, and if there was, we'd call it Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal Switch or some shit like that. But the problem is, if anyone's watched Persona 5, Persona 5 has an unusual CG art style to it, but it looks nice and fluid. Imagine if you took that fluidity, you dropped it to about 12 frames per second, and then you put it on Switch. That's what they're going for with this game, and it looks weird. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, you might like this, but I feel like this is pushing Fire Emblem way more into the whole this is a waifu game territory. And there's a lot of there's a split in the community about how people feel about that. But moving on to the games that are less divisive, they announced an entire remake of Link's. Is it Link's Awakening? The game they announced.
Yeah, Link's Awakening, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking ready.
So at first I was really
good.
like weird. I saw the chibi style and at first I was weird, but then I realized from the game they're porting it from. I think this is going to fit the gameplay well.
Yeah.
Because this.
I mean, also they had that
top-down
similar
2D
art
Zelda.
style with like with all the other 2D or what? Not I almost said 2DS. Well, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the 3DS style, like
It wasn't quite as exaggerated though. Like they all had like the Toon Link style, whereas the Link's Awakening one is very like, how do I describe it?
chibi.
Yeah, it's way more cutesy and rounded, is the best way to describe it.
I mean, Nintendo's got to do their weird Zelda art styles.
But it's still a top-down Zelda game, and it looks like the shadows look really nice.
Also,
So far.
I'm kind of glad that they're like remaking this because a part of me like wanted to go back and play Link's Awakening, but I just told myself this is I can't get past the Game Boy graphics. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's the problem I have whenever I try and go back and play Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. The resolution doesn't hold up.
Mm.
Anyway, but on to the newest hotness. You thought we were talking about the greatest battle royale of all time. We brought up Apex Legends, but no, this is it. Tetris 99.
This fucking shit.
If anyone could make Tetris into a battle royale, of course it's Nintendo. So Nintendo announces this new game, Tetris 99, and the whole point is that it's free to play if you have the Nintendo Online service. This is their big pull to get you in. But the way Tetris 99 works is if anyone's played Battle Tetris, Battle Tetris was a free to play on browser where it was you and 7 other people are playing Tetris, and if you clear one line in time, it doesn't do anything. If you clear 2 lines, it sends a dead row of like blocks to one of your opponents. If you clear 3 times, it sends 2. If you get a Tetris all 4 lines, it sends 4 lines of garbage to one of your opponents. With Tetris 99, there are 99 players in the same room, all competing, sending garbage and trash at each other, attacking, and then you can choose: are you going to attack someone who recently attacked you, or you choose attacking someone who's about to get knocked out, someone who's already knocked someone else out? And it's this high stress multiplayer Tetris. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching a bunch of people playing this on stream, and it's really funny. Whenever you get like randomly targeted by 8 people, the stress you get just gets insane. I highly recommend watching people play this. Like, I realize this is not a reason for me to buy Nintendo Online, because I watched a bunch of games, and if you get to like the last 10, holy fuck, you're playing Tetris on like hardest difficulty at that point, and I can't handle that. So you got to be good at Tetris if you want to win this, but damn is it satisfying to beat 99 other people at Tetris.
Nice.
But then I guess we'll move on to the surprise, the one thing that no one thought was going to happen, and that's Nintendo announcing this brand new game with this weeby ass trailer. So we go in, and the opening scene is these CG anime cops. One of them's extra thick, and they're staring down this alien ass dude in the middle of a blown up highway. And I was like, I have no fucking clue what this game is. When all of a sudden, out of JoJo, they activate their stands, which are these like robotic things that are chained to their arms, and then it goes into this third person 3D action fighter, like Bayonetta-esque. And then they start doing scans of like criminals running around. It's all this like cyberpunk shit. It was real fucking cool. And that's when they drop it on us. It's a Platinum Games title. So everyone loses their shit. We're getting, and I think the way I described it in chat was cyberpunk police robot JoJo persona.
So, listeners, literally everything that Freeman just said struck a chord within me.
That's Tyler's aesthetic to a T.
Like, everything. You know that meme with Vince McMahon? How, like...
Oh, where he's gradually getting way more excited.
Dude, that was me. I was like, huh? I like me watching the trailer. I was like, like falling back in my chair and shit. Like, that was me, 1000%.
God damn.
I'm really excited for that one. But it was really weird because last week I was hanging with my buddy and he started playing this song in the car. And I told him, this sounds like it's out of Bayonetta, but why is it the ending theme from Evangelion? And he looks at me, he's like, because it's the theme from Bayonetta. I didn't realize Fly Me to the Moon and this like hyper jazzed up remix was the main theme from Bayonetta. But it reminded me that I didn't play Bayonetta 2. And apparently Bayonetta 3 is coming out for Switch like next month. So so Platinum Games hitting out of the park this month with Nintendo.
Lol.
Yeah, they're inspiring me to actually play through the other Bayonetta games now. But that was it for the Direct. Unfortunately, they did not talk about Animal Crossing. They did not talk about Pokemon. People are up in arms, but that doesn't really mean anything with the Nintendo community. So that's that. Hopefully we'll see something out of either of them before July. But I'm expecting that right around... What is it? Right around April, when they finally release Joker for Smash, they're gonna try and tease the next character. Right around then, I'm predicting our next Direct where we'll get something from either of those games. But since I brought up Pokemon, let's move on to the next mini topic. And this one I think is pretty interesting. So Pokemon Go is involved in a lawsuit where people on private properties don't want Pokestops near their private property because it draws in attention from the public. And this was a really small lawsuit. Like, I think there's only 11 parties involved, and they're only suing for $1,000 each in damages plus legal fees. It's kind of nothing, but it brings up the question of, do you own the cyberspace regarding your property? Because, like Niantic didn't do anything to your property. They didn't actually put anything in there. They made a game. Do you really have ties to virtual space? And this is a really weird idea. Because Niantic isn't the one dragging people to your property. It's people who can't figure out how to get to a Pokestop without walking on your lawn.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
So, but it's... I don't know. This lawsuit seems really odd. But we'll see what happens the more we get into augmented reality. So that's probably pretty far down the line. All right, Tyler, you want to go sleep? I'd surprise the viewers by throwing magic shit right in the middle of the podcast.
Honestly, I just want to go to fucking sleep.
All right.
Damn.
Weeb shit it is. Do you actually want to skip the magic stuff?
No, we should talk
Yes.
about it real quick. It's
All
so
right,
quick.
let's talk about magic shit. So, last week we talked about how I forget what the name of the tournament is, but Wizards doing a large Magic event the same weekend that pre-release is for the next set. And this is a big...
Is this a Mythic Championship? I think it is.
Um,
Who the fuck knows? They're all such
matter.
weird
big
names.
Thing in
Big
UK.
thing.
And one of the things that people were talking about is this is really going to screw over local game shops, how, pre-release is really big for them, and now no one's going to go to it because they're going to these other events. Wizards has listened to the community outcry, and they said, okay, for stores in that region, pre-release is going to be 1 week before pre-release would be normally for the rest of the world. And because of the circumstances, this is great. If it wasn't for this controversy and a single region got pre-released early, everyone would be pissed. But the fact is the community asked for this and we got it. So let's be happy. What to not be happy about, Wizards came out with a very odd announcement yesterday that there's no longer going to be an MSRP on their products.
Whatever the fuck that means.
That means. Yeah, I guess
I guess
I
it's
really
like they're
have-
not declaring what an MSRP is, and they're kind of letting the market do its thing a little more. But like, there was a post on Reddit earlier that was like, "Hey, this fucks over my country because some reason I don't know. I didn't read the post."
It was like without setting MSRP, prices can rise in certain regions. My favorite shit posting investor over at Alpha Investments, his theory is that without a declared MSRP, Wizards can start to directly sell cards for a value, claiming that it's not the real MSRP of a product, and they're just selling it for an arbitrary price, and they wouldn't legally break the whole idea of Wizards not acknowledging price of cards. So this might
Damn,
be
that'd be
why
a
they're doing
crazy
that.
change.
Yeah, it's a little odd. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it means that the Commander Precon isn't garbage next year because we start bitching about how $5 didn't get us anything. But in probably the biggest news, Wizards has finally decided they're going to have a split ban list in standard for best of one versus best of three. Best of one, Nexus of Fate is now banned. This was a big
Wahoo!
topic of discussion. We talked about the card pretty in depth 2 weeks ago. I still haven't. All right, so prior to this ban, I never actually faced a Nexus deck in best of one, and it wasn't the deck was too strong. It's that it following the rules of the game could lock you into an hour-long game where no one can win. It was no fun. And this is Wizards saying outright, best of one is our arena format where we want people to have fun and enjoy the game, and this card has caused people to not have fun and not enjoy the game. So they've said best of one is about people having fun. If you want to get competitive, go to best of three. Where it turns out Nexus of Fate really isn't that bad of a card in best of three because it's really easy to sideboard against. So we may see something like this in the future. Hopefully Wizards doesn't print any dumb shit, but let's be real here. They're going to.
Yeah, it's honestly just super interesting because this card, like you said, was the second buy a box promo, and clearly they recognize that it's too strong. But for so long, people have been like, this card's busted, this card's stupid, they should print more, this is dumb. Like, this card's been railed against so much, so it's interesting to finally see it actually come up in an official way from Wizards. Even if it's now splintering the standard ban list.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But the fact that they're banning it in digital and they can refund you wild cards for whatever card was banned is great.
Yes.
If they were to ban it in real life, people would get a lot of people get salty because one of the things about the buy box promos is you're supposed to feel that you got something cool out of it. And it's a weird scenario where that card is actually good. And now Wizards suddenly says, no, you can't use that cool thing you spent a lot of money on. In real life, it sucks because there's no rewarding someone. In digital, where they can just give you a replacement wild card, it kind of softens the blow. Yeah, they may have killed your deck, but here, you didn't really lose the value of those cards.
Yep.
So it's a little bit better. But that's some pretty nerdy shit we just talked about. Let's go into some Weeeby shit. Why don't we?
Fantastic.
So first one, Danmachi, better known by its meme-ass title of It's Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is its English title.
You've talked about this before.
I've talked about
right?
this one in the past. Season 1 aired a couple summers ago. I really liked it, but it left off on kind of a weird spot. There was enough material for Season 2, but they elected not to. Instead, they did a spin-off about the main heroine of the series. Then they did a movie, which I believe was original content. Then they partnered with Crunchyroll for this big-ass cash grab game that they've been advertising nonstop. But for some reason, with all this marketing, there's no Season 2 in sight anywhere, and then suddenly we get an announcement that Season 2 is happening, and it's less than 6 months out. Which is really weird, because we never hear announcements like this. That's way too soon. This shit's clearly part of this marketing scheme, and they just, like, kind of forgot to tell us, like, a year ago. Because everything else in this list has been talked about for a while, at least. Anyway, moving on to stuff that you guys watch. So Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 had confirmation about some of the circumstances regarding its airing. It will be airing on April 28th, so it's going to be I believe it's the second or third week of the new anime season after this one. But they did confirm that the second half of the season is only going to be 10 episodes as opposed to 12 or 13. This comes as little surprise. We knew that adapting the last arc as well as this one were not quite enough to fill a full 26 episode season. They did stretch the last one ever so slightly with some new material that expanded on stuff in the manga. But for the arc they're trying to cover, it's very action dense, and to stretch it out would really kill the pacing. So what they've done is instead they're condensing it to 10, which may be in their favor because they had trouble keeping up with animation for the last couple episodes of the first half of Season 3. So hopefully they can produce 10 good episodes. I think they're kind of taking the Game of Thrones approach with it, where it's like, we have a set story we're telling this season. We don't want to go over. We don't want to stretch our shit. We're going to tell it in this number of episodes because we think it'll look the best this way. And honestly, I'll take it. Last season, except for like maybe the last two, that the pacing of season 3 part 1 was amazing. I loved it. So if they can carry that momentum into the second half, I don't care if it's only 10 episodes. I'll watch it and probably really enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. I like that focus because at least like season 2 felt like it dragged a lot.
Season
1.
You're talking about the
second half of season 1? Yeah.
Second half. I agree with you with that very much. With the everything involving the female Titan, they had to stretch a mystery that really should have only been about 10 episodes out into, I think it was like 12 episodes, maybe 13. Point is, there were a lot of drawn out scenes that didn't need to be that way. And as a result, a lot of people don't like that part of Titan. But with season 2, they kind of fixed it. Season 3 part 1 has been great. Nothing but high hopes for this.
Someday maybe I'll finally watch the show.
Dude, it's worth the watch. It's so good. I love this show. Shit gets my blood pumping. Anyway,
yeah, it's pretty hype.
The problem is now it's a lot harder to watch that show because as a result of the Crunchyroll Funimation divorce, titles that Crunchyroll shouldn't have lost and titles that Crunchyroll should have lost are now starting to disappear from the platform. Over the weekend, Crunchyroll lost the first season of Titan and the first season of Hero Academia.
Damn.
Hero Academia came as no surprise because when it aired, it was a Funimation exclusive that Crunchyroll later got as part of their agreement. Attack on Titan is unique because when it came out, it was on Crunchyroll. What more likely than not happened is Attack on Titan was on, I think it was like a 5-year license, and at the end of that they renegotiated. Crunchyroll wants it. The problem is Funimation owns all distribution rights for all of Titan outside of season 1. So what I'm willing to bet happened was Funimation bet over Crunchyroll, and they ended up winning the exclusive streaming rights to season 1 of a series where they also now have the exclusive streaming rights to the rest of it. So this is just Crunchyroll is going to lose it. They're probably not getting they're getting the second half of season 3 because that was part of the original agreement, but they're not getting anything beyond that. They're not getting Hero Academia season 4. They're not getting the continuation of any of the shows, but they'll hold on to seasons 2 and 3 of these shows they had during their partnership, which is weird. It's very odd to go to a show and only see season 2 of it there.
That is weird.
It's really going to kill the onboarding of future weebs.
Because they're going to try to go and watch, like, actually, I'm surprised it's more like, oh, you can't watch season, like, 3 or 2 after, like, a certain time, right? Like,
yeah.
Like Netflix does it, right? But
yeah,
I don't know. That's,
but,
just in reverse. Where they're where they're kind of removing like earlier seasons.
It's especially bad for anyone who doesn't live in the United States because Crunchyroll was usually a global distributor. Funimation, with having all these rights, really only distributes in the US. So they may hold global streaming rights and then elect to just not stream it elsewhere, which is really shitty. Which means you can't legally watch it anywhere. Which means yo ho, a pirate's life for you.
Yeah, selling
You're out of luck.
7 C's.
Yeah.
Come
sucks to be
sail
Crunchyroll.
Away, come sail away.
It even more sucks to be Crunchyroll during Anime Awards season because you can't please anyone except for Hero Academia fans because Hero Academia won every fucking title at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I haven't even looked through the real results. I've just heard the outcry on every social media channel possible.
Hells yeah.
With Hero Academia just winning everything. I don't blame it. Hero Academia is probably the most popular anime right now. I'm not surprised.
Thank God, because all those lame Crunchyroll maps that just show new shows make it look like everyone hates My Hero.
Look, Crunchyroll, if they didn't omit
Damn, Tyler, fuck you.
If they didn't omit Hero Academia, it would have just been months of Crunchyroll putting out the map of the world, but with the Hero Academia promotional art instead of countries. Like, they had to. The fact of the matter was, it was a competition for who could get second place. That's really what this was. But that's that. Crunchyroll Anime Awards are trash. Everyone's ripping it. Go check it out if you want to. Moving on. Haikyuu, which is getting its season 4 later this year, is still getting all of its content released in the US. The dub for seasons 1 and season 2 is already out on DVD and Blu-ray. And Sentai Filmworks has just announced they are going to dub season 3. So for anyone who's waiting for that, you're going to get it. I don't personally give a shit because I don't think the dub for Haikyuu is that great. But all the power to you, dub weebs. Moving on. I talked about it very briefly last week because it had just started. But after the podcast last week, I went on to Twitch and saw that Twitch Watches Anime had hit Laid Back Camp, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is the coziest, cutesiest anime to ever get a 10 out of 10 in my book.
Been listening to that music a bunch at work lately to help calm down.
Amazing soundtrack. But I jump in and I always forget how good watching anime with Twitch chat is. Because everyone's just making dumb jokes about camping. Anytime there's a fire, just fire emojis are popping off. And then I forgot in episode 12, they go to a hot springs very briefly for like a minute. And the second everyone's naked, the chat explodes with FBI open up. And I was losing it. But then it was really weird because there were maybe 1,000 of us watching. And by the end of the last episode, the number got pretty big. It was close to about 6,000. I couldn't figure what was happening. And
Hell
Twitch
yeah.
made this stream the number one stream, the one that opens up when you go to the homepage of Twitch. That was the one dead center in full screen for everyone to watch.
Hell yeah.
Everyone keeps flooding going, what is this show? And right then it happens. It starts over from episode 1. And everyone was getting hooked. People were sticking on like
Damn.
Like, people were loving this. And I'm glad because it feels like such a weird show. But having Twitch chat flipping out about literally anything, like in the first episode, there's this scene where Rin is putting together a fire and she's looking for pine cones, and every time she picks up a pine cone, it has a smile on its face and it makes this stupid noise. And she keeps setting them on fire, and they make this like dying noise when they do. And everyone's just kind of like, "Rip Pinecone Chan!" Anytime this happens, it was great. Listeners, I know it sounds stupid, but any chance you can get to watch an anime on Twitch, whether it's a Pokemon stream, a Yu-Gi-Oh stream, or one of the Crunchyroll streams, do it. This is probably the greatest way to watch anime. Maybe not shows you haven't seen, but definitely shows you have seen.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of shit you've already seen, the Code Geass Lucia the Rebellion recap movies are now available on Amazon. These are significant because the recap movies are in a different timeline from the main show, and the new movie, Lucia the Resurrection, which is now in theaters in Japan, is going to get a US release in theaters thanks to Funimation. So I'm expecting dual audio for that. But the recap movies do follow a slightly altered timeline from the original series. So if anyone wants to catch up for that in time, it is now available on Amazon, I believe everywhere. I don't think it's just US only. But go check that out. On to less news and more about what we watch and what's good in the anime community. Today is week 6 or 7 of the winter anime season, and some shows are doing great, some shows doing not so good. Shield Hero has been pretty low sodium the last couple weeks. I'm hoping it's not taking the same.
It's been a nice break, nice calm break.
Nice break from salt, you know.
I'm hoping it's not taking the same path that Goblin Slayer did, where it was like really fucking metal in the first episode, and then it was just like
mellow now,
beat around the bush harem anime for the rest of the show. Really hope it's not what it turns into. But real quick to recap what the anime community picked up on late. The two shows I've brought up their names. I don't think I brought up the first one. Quintessential Quintuplets. For anyone who's watched Nisekoi, it's kind of a similar premise. So this kid's in high school, he's really smart, and he gets asked to tutor these sisters who are all fucking morons. And he goes to start tutoring them, and all 5 of them are quintuplets. So they're all the same age. All of them look very similar. They all have like very unique eccentricities about each other. I haven't watched it, so I'm talking based off of the summaries I read. But basically, there's a flash forward that reveals that all 5 of them fall in love with him, and one of them he ends up marrying. So the question is, which one is it? And that's the premise of the show, and apparently it's really funny and well written. I'm planning to pick that up pretty soon once I can find some time. The second one is...
I was going to say, wait, that sounds like Weeeb How I Met Your Mother type shit.
Exactly.
I was like, wait, I've heard this story before.
Except your mother is one of these 5 quintuplets.
Jesus Christ. Fucking stupid.
It's great. It's amazing. So I briefly discussed the premise of Domestic Girlfriend a couple weeks ago. I did get one detail wrong. So the plot of this was kid's in love with his teacher. He realizes he can't be with her, so he just goes and hooks up with some girl in his class. They bang. Then he goes home the next day and he finds out that his dad's getting remarried. And I misreported the dad's marrying the teacher. It turns out the dad's marrying this woman, but the woman's two daughters are the teacher and the girl he banged. So that's where the twist comes from. So it makes it a little less weird even by Japanese standards. But apparently the show is really well written and everyone's loving it. So I really want to check this out. I forget who it was who was praising the opening. It was either Gigak or Mother's Basement. I think it was Gigak who said it was really good. But I want to watch it. Unfortunately, I picked up literal trash, and I need to deal with that first. The last one, real quick, the one the manga community was really hyped for, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Everyone loves it for its main character, but it turns out the anime company managed to make the secondary female protagonist, Chika, the greatest meme material character we've seen since I don't know when. She has absolutely taken over the anime meme community, and now people watch the episode just to see what antics the side character is going to get into this week. Like, I can't. Like, I want to say I can't believe we're doing this, but we've done this so many fucking times. I'm not surprised at all that a side character is really the main character of everyone's affection for this show. But that's it for hypothetical watches. Let's talk real quick about some of the trash that Tyler and I watched this week.
Oh my lord.
So first I want to get through my independent trash. I watched How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. And I knew it was trash, but I really did not expect it to go like this far south this fast. Like, the opening scene describes this like edgelord dude who can't talk to people, lives in his basement playing an MMO until he gets summoned in by this elf girl with massive boobs that are flopping around on screen literally the entire time she's there. And the only way this guy can deal with talking with these girls is pretending he's this demon lord. So at one point he goes to push this one girl down and be aggressive with her, but he doesn't really know what to do. So he goes to pinch her ear. Except this girl's a cat girl, and she's like turned on by it, and he doesn't know what to do. So he keeps playing with her ear, and she's just basically orgasming. And this is just all while the elf girl's in the other room eating dinner, literally just flopping them around while she's eating. Like,
yeah, dude.
I can't paint this show in a better light because there's no light I can paint this show in.
There's no.
And I'm still.
It's too dark, dude.
I'm still watching this show. I told Luigi, and he just started laughing. So he's already seen this trash, and he's acknowledged the path I decided to take.
Good lord!
But all three of us decided to take the same path together last week when we were waiting for everyone to get together for D&D. Tyler, do you want to describe what we did?
So we watched this show called Compulsive Gambler. That's what for usually you should just call it that. But what is it called? It's
Kakegurui. So
Kakegurui.
I used to deliver news about this a lot because this was the first title that Netflix bought exclusively and then proceeded to delay for like a year.
Hell yeah.
But we finally got around to watching it just based on recommendations from our good friend Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone who doesn't know, he was caught wearing a shirt with the main characters on it while giving a tour of the Tesla facility, which was during his I like anime, let me tweet about it phase a couple months ago when he was hiding from the SEC. But we go to watch this show, and Tyler,
dude,
can you describe it?
I'm trying to remember how the opening scene starts. Oh yeah, it starts with the I wouldn't call him the main character, our narrator. He's almost I'd attribute him to Nick from Fitzgerald from the fuck is that movie or book? The Great Gatsby.
Yeah. Like, he's the speaking character, but the story's not about him.
Yeah.
For anyone who watches JoJo, this guy is Speedwagon.
The fucking this nigga is the narrator. He is being used as a bench by this woman who basically took all of his money. And so we're like, oh, this is kind of weird. And then main girl comes in, right? And so this whole show is about gambling. She sits down, and they all play for like real money.
Like they're throwing down for I think it was like $10,000 starting.
Yeah, and then basically she was like, "Yo," the main character's like, "Yo, I want to gamble you, or, like gamble for all this money." And then she was like, "Bitch, what do you think is gonna happen?" And then she ended up losing all of her money. Not the main character, the
first villain.
Yeah, the first villain of the whole.
But the thing that was going on with this show is it had your typical kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh-esque pattern to the show where main character shows up, they go to fight, it looks like they're going to lose, and then they call out the trick and win. The problem is these anime girls are getting off on the gambling aspect.
They're getting off.
They're getting off. Like,
off.
Like, listeners, we talk a lot about Food Wars. It's fairly close to that, except with way more eye glowing and weird ass facial animation.
Weird. The faces are probably one of the greatest things.
Holy shit! Every single face people make in reaction to anything is fucking amazing. But this show is super weird. Like, we're watching it, there's moaning going on. Manny comes in from the other room because he immediately knows what's going down.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what are you guys watching? The compulsive gambler. Oh, I want to watch this. Let's check it out." And like, it gets weird. No, like, it gets fucking weird. Like the second episode, she gambles off against this girl who her dad like owns this toy company, and she's like, "Yo, you lose, I'm taking off all of your toe and fingernails."
Because she collects fingernails, apparently.
She collects fingernails.
Yeah, like,
dude.
everyone's got some weird shit in the show. But like, we're watching this, and I think we finished watching the ending animation. By the way, the ending animation is only for men of culture. I'm gonna put it that way.
And we're gonna leave the listeners to go find it for themselves.
So we start watching episode 2, and then Luigi walks, and we're like, "Luigi, you're just gonna watch this show with no context." And he's like, "Okay." And in the meantime,
he's like, "Okay."
Episode 2 was just so fucking weird. Every time anything happened, I'm just yelling like, "What the fuck, Elon?"
What the fuck,
Elon?
Dude, we rated this waifu right up there with like weird waifus you wouldn't fuck with, like 02 and like Revy from Black Lagoon. Who else?
Like waifus who will kill you.
Like waifus that will snatch the life from you.
Waifus who will end your life. Let's put it that way.
They're not wholesome.
But
like she's fucking weird. I'm gonna keep watching it. It's weird as fuck.
The icing on the cake was this show just like, it plays into all the tropes directly. Like, I turned to Tyler, I'm like, "Look, I guarantee you someone from the student council is going to notice their fight in the first episode and report it to the president, and some dude's going to be standing next to her who's got like glowing glasses." And lo and behold, literally what I just said happened.
Literally happened. And then I was like, "Yo, how long before we get to see the top 10 gamblers in the school?" And they're all gonna be fucking weird. Literally, next scene,
the camera zooms out, and the top 10 are in the room with them,
all around the table, and they go around the table, say like, all their names and their rankings. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is shit.
This is like Food Wars without the cooking, but turned way up to 10 with none of the shonen shit going on.
Yeah, and dude, panty shots.
Yeah, men of culture only for this kind of
men of culture, I guess, only.
So, Freeman, is this on your list of things Tim should watch, but not bad?
This is the boys chat only.
I'm not sure if you're gonna like it, Tim, but I can 100% tell you, do not show this to Val.
Okay,
I don't think she's gonna see any value in it. But the show is.
These are all reasonable.
You have
points.
to just like not take this show seriously. It's really funny.
Yeah, if you gotta know what you're going into.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it for the
week.
Wait,
Freeman, you missed one story that we have to clarify from last week.
What do I need to clarify from last week?
The second season.
Second season.
Choo-choo you. I can't even do it. Freeman should get it already.
I reported on it last week.
Didn't you? Wasn't last week that it was... People weren't sure? I thought it was only confirmed since last week.
No, I confirmed it because it was
on
Monday of last week. Anyway, so
it was fucking.
We're talking about the show.
It was Dragon Maid.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So last week I did report on this because I have this in the notes. Over the weekend there was an announcement by a leaker who leaked that season 2 is confirmed, but they didn't really have any sources. When the manga volume came out on Monday morning, it had an announcement on the front cover saying season 2 coming soon. So it was officially confirmed. We just don't know if Kyoto Animation is going to be involved in the animation of it. If it's not, it's going to kind of suck. But that said, we are getting a second season of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Tim, I'm really happy to know you don't listen to the Weeeb shit.
That's not... Oh, my God.
Blatt.
I genuinely didn't remember if we talked about it last week, you son of a bitch.
We totally did. And that is it for the Weeeb shit.
All right, so are we actually going to do topic? Or?
Yeah, of course. I wrote it down, didn't I?
Yeah, dude.
It's not a real topic.
Anyway, so all right, we're gonna go to a quick break, and when we get back, we'll decide if we have a topic. So, listeners, look at your time
that's
stamp.
fair.
There's only 15 minutes left. You already know what's gonna happen. If there's not, we have no clue. So you'll be just as surprised as we are.
We'll be back in a sec. And we're back. And we decided to do a short topic just so that we don't go too overtime this week.
The conch has spoken.
Yeah.
and we're going to do the topic from like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'll give some backstory into why we're doing this. So at the time when I thought of the story, we were right around, I think it was Anthem's first open beta, and as someone who's not actually buying the game but totally got a free copy, I was kind of invested at that point. And the first thing I heard out of everyone's mouth was microtransactions. This is also the same week that Blizzard started announcing all their bullshit regarding we're doing mobile games only, cut all the devs, cut the esports. Can you squeeze microtransactions into these games? And I started watching a lot of like YouTube news channels where a lot of the sentiment is people are starting to get mad at the kind of corporate takeover of gaming and how microtransactions and bad consumer practices are really taking over.
Yes.
Yeah. And part of the reason we're talking about it tonight, and we're going to keep it very brief, is the fact that we have an amazing case study on our hands. EA has Anthem coming out in, I guess, like a little under 2 weeks at this point.
No, you mean 2 days.
Well, I mean for general access, not for early release.
I get what you're saying.
Point is, over the course of the next 2 weeks, whether you're an Origin Plus, a pre-order, someone who bought it off the street, over the course of the next 2 weeks, you're going to start playing, or may start playing, EA's newest full-price $60 game that includes cosmetic microtransactions. Or you're playing EA's free-to-play game, Apex Legends, which also has cosmetic microtransactions. And the question is, which business model reigns supreme? Because we're kind of at the cusp of free-to-play is now moving out of just mobile games that convince you to watch ads into like full-fledged games are picking up this business model because it's the only way to get their audience. And the question is this going to lead to a standardization of anti-consumer business practices where it's a lot of just rope you in and make you buy shit that should have been in the game to begin with? And that's where we'll start. Does anyone have any fun examples they'd like to talk about?
Well, I wasn't going to say examples, but I mean, it's almost it almost feels like this is the culmination of the AAA thing. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Jim Sterling videos ever, but he always has that AAA thing. But I mean, this is how you get more money. It's that simple. Like,
yeah,
like Spider-Man, God of War, Red Dead, or well, not even Red Dead because Red Dead has online and kind of keeps going. But like Spider-Man and God of War. Those are amazing single-player experiences that are, what, Tyler, like 30 hours each, maybe? No, not that. That seems like too much.
No, you're about right.
About right. I think Spider-Man
God
is shorter, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless, but they're done, and you probably don't go back and play them, and they certainly don't keep earning your money. Whereas then you look at Apex Legends, yes, the front-end cost was higher for EA, but now like the engine is just fucking chugging along. Like, how much money has Fortnite brought in? If Fortnite was a sell it for $40 and never earn money off of it, they would be probably at like half of what they would earn otherwise. Like, they would have been at half.
You know what the thing is? Ridiculous. It was almost that. It was almost that. It wasn't going to be a battle royale game. It was going to be like a
oh, I remember that.
Like,
remember the ad
kind of game.
Remember when Fortnite was advertised by like wasn't he Cliffy B for Epic or something?
Yeah.
No, Cliffy B left forever ago.
Yeah, but I thought he was still there when they did like the original CGI trailer that showed nothing.
That's
like
the thing.
Wasn't it E3 like 2011 or something?
Yeah, the name of the game everyone's playing now is called Fortnite Battle Royale, but the original game was just Fortnite.
Just Fortnite.
Yeah, it was just Fortnite. And then they were like, yo, Battle Royale is kind of easy. Some nerd in his basement made it from an Arma mod. Let's fucking do it ourselves. And then they did it.
So, real quick, I want to talk about the free-to-play model. And this is kind of just because I watched this guy on YouTube last night. I highly recommend people check him out. His name is Slush, and he does these videos talking about Twitch streamers, who they are, why they're significant, and events surrounding them. And he has this pretty big video, has almost 2 million views, called Summit 1G Quit Fortnite and Changed Everything. And I didn't know about this guy. Apparently, he was on a Counter-Strike team I used to sort of watch. But Summit 1G is a big Twitch streamer. He was playing Fortnite, but he fucking hated the game. And Fortnite and the whole free-to-play atmosphere created this situation where if you wanted to be popular, you played the game that everyone was playing. And because it was free-to-play, literally everyone was playing it. And he was kind of just playing the game just to get views. And he couldn't stand it. He fucking hated the game, and he was playing it 8 hours a day for Twitch streams. Eventually, he quit because it was getting to him. He stopped streaming for a month, and when he came back, he said, "I'm not playing Fortnite. Fuck you guys." And he started playing games that made him legitimately happy. And the problem is, he's not the only streamer to deal with this problem, where these free-to-play games capture everyone. And I think that you're going to see a lot more of these high-quality free-to-play games because they're realizing that a paywall is pretty huge, especially when you look at the like 13 and under crowd. They don't have money. They can't.
Nope.
They can't play your game, but they might be able to squeeze $1 or $2 out of mom and dad to go get the loot boxes. So that's a whole market you're able to capture, as well as the whales who are going to pay $1 million anyway because whatever. But
the sign of a good drug dealer, the first hit's always free.
It's always free, yo. For real. That's the same thing, except a hit is like a winner chicken dinner battle royale win. But the thing is, companies can't subsist on free-to-play games. They got to make it using bullshit. And the problem is, the more we see this trend towards free-to-play, the more shit's going to go like microtransaction. I think it was a little less than a month ago in Call of Duty, they were selling it's like custom crosshairs for real money. And until they started selling a red dot for $1. And everyone lost their fucking minds because this is like you're selling horse shit for money in a full price game. And that's why I was mad. If you didn't free to play, you might be able to get away with it, but that's the problem. You'd 100% be able to get away with selling a red dot on a screen for $1 in a game like that. And that's 100% what we're moving towards, is a world where that is normal. And I don't like it.
Yeah, that seemed to have been the practice of it, right? And I feel like you can trace this back to the Facebook games starting up first, right? Like Farmville and all that other stuff.
Yeah, for real though, Activision
Mafia Wars.
That, Candy Crush is still their most profitable game.
They're under them, really?
Yes.
Wow, I had no idea.
Someone was posting on Reddit how they were on the investor call, and there was a single question regarding Blizzard games, and the rest of the question involved about monetization surrounding Candy Crush because it's still their most profitable IP.
Damn.
Because
that game is literally, it just prints money. It's like, now that the base game is made, all you do is just add shit to it, and it's like super easy. Dev team is small.
3 people probably earn truckloads of money compared to everybody else.
That's why they're cutting the 2-man StarCraft team, because the 3-man Candy Crush team is raking in all that money.
Well, I'll tell you what, from experience, working with a small app development team, so a lot of these people they expect to only put in as little money as they can and expect big return.
It's all about the ROI on these mobile games.
Yeah, but it's also true though. You can literally crank out a solid mobile game. If you go about it the right way, you can make a good one in less than 6 months.
Bro, I can make Cookie Clicker in less than a week, and bam.
Yeah, Cookie Clicker can literally be made in less than 24 hours, honestly. Yeah, but honestly, the art would probably take a lot more than actually the
the game side of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what it is though. If you make these and all you'd have to do is just continue support for it, and that's it. It's super easy, and it's all reward, virtually no risk, because if it flops, you're well, who really gives a shit? We're not paying a bunch of money, God of War money, to
how many fucking apps show up on the store and die that day every single day?
Every day. It's an everyday occurrence.
It's insane.
It's like YouTube trending.
YouTube trending has the late night shows.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you know what we're getting at. People make stuff and it goes super fast, and I feel like us as consumers, we are losing out on content, at least certain content. I think I feel like there is at least some movement, at least to make games, even these free ones, at least halfway decent, right? Because some of these games they're just shoehorned in, like fucking Dead Space 2 or Dead Space 3.
3. Don't insult 2.
Yeah, no, I can't insult 2. You're right. No, like when I saw that in Dead Space 3, I'm like, what? Like actually, like I looked at like imaginary fucking EA. I'm like, bro.
I mean, we've talked about before the crash and burn of that series based on EA's stupid decisions in 3.
Yeah, but it's like the microtransactions have to make sense. Like in that particular moment, I don't think it made sense at all. Like also balancing, right? Like the pay to win thing. I think that's terrible. Like that now like that's what Candy Crush is. Candy Crush is pay to win. I've tried explaining this to my mother, like the idea, like, and you can't because she doesn't understand. Nope. I'm like, Mom, look, it's literally impossible to do this.
Tyler, whales are not known for their intelligence.
God damn. Whoa, Tim, are you calling my mom a whale?
That had like 10 layers to it.
Financially.
Financially. Well, like she hasn't like sunk, real well, technically she has, right? Because I equate, watching ads, and I'm sure you guys do too, watching ads equating to like money because you're
that's the way the world works right now.
Exactly, because that is it is always true. It's something that will stand the test of time. Time is money. Right? And even when you're at home, you're spending money when you watch an ad.
What's that? It's like time is money, money is power, and power is something. It's a fucking
no. I
never mind.
Oh, I'm gonna find.
You know it. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not crazy. I was so sure I remembered this thing before. Time is money. No, money is power. Power is pizza.
I don't know.
Power is pizza.
Here was the one. It was to find a woman you need time and money. Yeah, so woman equals time times money. Time is money. Therefore, woman equals money times money. Money's the root of all problems. So money equals square root of problems. Therefore, women equal problems was the equation.
The equation. That is the equation. It's true.
No, I was making a Parks and reference. Parks and reference. Parks and reference. There's a line where April is yelling at some guy right in his face. She's like, "Time is money, money is power, power is pizza, and pizza is knowledge."
I mean, she's right, She's my real world waifu, Aubrey Plaza. I can't. Like, I get sucked into that bitch face every time. Every time. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with, like, these fucking moody girls. Maybe that's my type. I don't know. It's weird.
These real waifus.
The real waifu. But yeah, so moving on to this whole model, like back to the model and waifus. At least some of these games are like polished, right? Like Apex Legends has one game type, but it's like a pretty polished game.
Apex is this weird place where you're seeing a game that could otherwise be a full price game being free to play. The question is this the starting point of all big games being free to play, and it's just funded through something else inside the game?
Super hope not.
Yeah. It's going to be. Well, that's the thing. We're already seeing it now, right? With these trends, right? Like before, it was like, okay, we got some battle royale games. They're not fully priced because, it only offers one thing.
Well,
but then you generalize. It's like, okay, we're gonna make it free. But they're still,
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's just wild how, like, it is fair to say also that you can only make certain kinds of games. Like, you could argue that a battle royale game is practically like a clicker game on a phone, where it's just something you go into and you just throw time at it, and you build up towards the next thing that clicks. You know what I mean? Like God of War, like a story game or something, isn't the same thing, and you can't sell God of War you can't do God of War for free.
No, you can't do God of War, you can't do all those. And the thing is with those, right, important thing to note is they're not new IPs. Those are existing IPs that were already popular by game developing companies that are also popular. But that also being said, coming to Anthem, they're trying to get that Destiny money.
Oh my god. Anthem came out. I forgot that Anthem came
No,
out.
it didn't fully
Not
come out.
really out.
I thought it was
No,
out.
there are people
It
who
was
have
out last
early
week.
access. There are people who have early access.
So Anthem got a lot of flack for this. They put out this fucking grid that shows
Right, it
you
comes
when
out
you're
this Friday.
allowed to play. So they
Oh yeah.
demo access, early access, first play trial, and the full game, and then on the other access, it's if you have a pre-order, standard pre-order, Legion of Dawn pre-order, EA access, Origin access, basic, and Origin access.
Holy shit!
And I'm at the point where
this
it's like,
table's the worst.
so I'm at the point where it's like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna wait 2 weeks after launch and play, because then I'll definitely be able to play this game. But for the most part, everyone will be able to play it by Friday.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah. When the
everyone will
whole
play by
release
Friday. That's the whole world
comes out, yeah, on Friday, and it's
So
just
I'll
like,
probably play it a week or two after launch, because if there's anything I've learned in my few years of trying to play MMOs on launch day, is you're better off going to sleep. Servers can't handle it.
yeah. That's how I remember GTA online for 5. That was a mess and a half. I couldn't play. We couldn't play for a month.
That's the thing about these launches, that you have to support like 4 to 5 times the player base that's actually really going to use your servers regularly after that first weekend, but you still have to support them. That's fucking expensive. So a lot of people skimp. A lot of people don't realize how much they're going to need during stress testing, and it sucks to play during launch. But the fact of the matter is, there's a ton of people who are playing it just because it's the new hotness, and they're going to disappear.
Yeah,
So,
they're gonna fall
usually
off.
it's better to just wait them out.
All in busted new hotness.
One thing I do want to talk about very briefly, because we're kind of lose momentum here, is that one of the things everyone says is okay in regards to transactions is as long as it's cosmetic, it's fine. And I used to be in that camp. So my first real MMO that I played for years, Guild Wars 2, started off with that, where don't worry, nothing we sell is gonna like make you better, and if it does make you better, it just helps you catch up to level 80 first. Once you're max level, the boosts like don't help you in any game mode, and that made sense. It meant that people could level faster if they wanted to. But the point is, it was mostly cosmetic. As the game went on, they changed the way the end game was in that game. It wasn't really about gear. It all became about making your character look as cool as possible. So the end game became cosmetic, and all they sold were cosmetics. And after a while, they just stopped adding new shit to the game and started adding new shit to the store. So they kind of killed the end game, because now the game essentially became pay to win the cosmetic end game. Now you're seeing a bigger movement of players who, when Overwatch started, they were celebrating the fact that maps and characters are all free. You will, like, someone who buys the game today will have access to the exact same shit that you have had since launch and play on an even playing field. The problem is, players are starting to acknowledge that they play Overwatch because they like skins. They like getting whatever looks cool for their characters, and they play to open the next loot box. And in their eyes, Overwatch is not fair, because now it is pay to win, because cosmetics are your end game. And the problem is, how many games are going to trend towards that? Because I know with Anthem, it's going to be just like Destiny, where your end game is making your dude look super cool once you get like max gear items. And if the eShop just sells cool looking armor and patterns and shit, at what point is grinding money to buy out the eShop your end game?
I can't. Is it wrong to say that maybe we just aren't gonna like?
We aren't the target audience of video games anymore.
Yeah.
No, we are. That's been
not
relevant
that
for
demographic anymore.
Almost a decade now.
It sucks.
Easily.
Yeah.
It's like games aren't games anymore. It's about like how long can you keep the game going for? Because like I just had a thought. You think about this, right? It's like if Overwatch came out like, I don't know, let's say like around the same time as like Unreal Tournament, CS, and like all that other stuff came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you think about it, Epic and Valve, they made all that money on those games like within the first like couple months of the sales, and that's it. Like that was their money. It's over. But now we're talking about like Overwatch is what, on its 3rd year now,
and it's still pumping out money with these loot boxes.
And it's still pumping out money with these loot boxes, and that's what it's about now. It's not about how, okay, now that we finish this project, It's okay, how long can we sustain this for? And, you know,
I mean, in today's day and age, it's much more about that continued revenue than immediate cash.
because it's easier to make a product or continue on an existing product than get consumers to make a new one or to get to like a new one.
To get consumer interest in a new one.
Yeah, and honestly, and that's something that Nintendo's been doing forever.
Yeah, it's very rare they launch a new IP, even though they won't shut up internally. They're like, we need more Splatoons, we need more of this shit. And then it's like, actually, let's make Mario Maker 2 and remake Legend of Zelda Awakening.
Yeah, they're never going to stop cranking out Mario games. They're never going to start cranking out like Mario Karts, Zeldas, Donkey Kongs. Like they're not going to stop.
So I forgot to put in the news. Nintendo did announce that they are planning on reviving in their words, dead IP. So take that as you will. Everyone's guessing what is it going to be. Is it going to be Earthbound? Is it going to be F-Zero? No one knows. But even Nintendo themselves are bringing back an existing IP rather than bring out something new.
I'm upset because I see them bringing back Earthbound before they bring back F-Zero. And F-Zero is just a better game. Unpopular opinion.
Did you ever play the game Wipeout?
Yes.
Yeah. So the one on PS3 was so fucking good. I love that game. If they can make an F-Zero like that, I'd pre-order that shit.
I'll pre-order that shit.
Like a fast-paced space racer. Like that's what I want.
Yo, that'd be dope. Wait, did you play GX?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
Dude, GX, talk about going fast, my dude. Talk about going fast. You went fast. Who was it? I think that was the first time I ever tried to learn what conversions was. Right? Like, I actually looked up and I was like, God damn, you're going so fast. You're going like close a couple times over, like, I don't know. You're going a couple 100 miles an hour, essentially. And it looks like you're not. Man, just play F-Zero GX. I can't.
I was going to watch some footage in the background while we're talking, but
yeah,
I believe you.
It's pretty great. Yeah, I wish they brought that back. And like everybody who I talk to, I mean, I know it's not the general populace. It's just my friends. But everyone's like, oh man, yo, fucking F-Zero GX, that was the shit.
If they could tweak the controls a little bit to be a little more like, I don't know, realistic in handling, this would be my shit. This is some high-speed future racing shit.
Yeah, man. You go fast. You go real fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, like the Wipeout franchise, like that's a good franchise too, but unfortunately, you'll never see those kinds of side games ever again.
Another theory is going to be Chibi Robo, but I can't believe them ever doing that again. It's
fucking so Chibi Robo. Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't know anyone who's played that game. Yeah, not a single soul.
Anyway, Nintendo is still going to keep the tradition of full price quality games going, but it seems like the rest of the industry isn't. Listeners, we want to know your opinion. Leave some comments. What games models do you like, don't like? Are you sad about this shit? Do you like Apex Legends? Do you like Fortnite? No, you don't. Of course you don't like Fortnite. But feel free to tell us about it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to add on anything else after that, or we want to go straight into weeks.
No, it's getting a little late, so let's just go to weeks.
Oh man, I'm almost out of time. All right, let's do it.
Exactly. Freeman, why don't you go so you don't have to talk as much later?
All right, so we already talked about the trash anime we watched this week, so I don't really need to talk about that. But I do get to talk about the fact that I beat Kingdom Hearts last week, and I told the guys in chat I cried like twice during the ending. I was an emotional wreck. This game was a payoff for me as someone who's invested time into every game in the series except for Chain of Memories, and not playing Chain of Memories for Game Boy Advance is still biting me in the ass to this day because they won't stop referencing shit from that game. But I'll sum up my thoughts real quick. The game is flawed, but I loved it despite that. Oh fuck, I was gonna make a joke here, but I got rid of the fucking joke I wrote down. All right, to quote a lyric from The Little Mermaid, so who cares? No big deal. I want more. That's my thoughts regarding Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, what a
Freeman,
loser.
I've heard this before, but
Got
just to confirm, there is going to be more Kingdom Hearts games.
Yes, so they've already said before, this is not the end of Sora's story. This is just the conclusion to the main villain, Xehanort. His codename is the Dark Seeker, and this is the end of the Dark Seeker saga, where people he's fucked with in the past and everyone
Holy
since
shit.
then tied up their shit. So the game ended with a nice bow, but it also set up Sora for the next game.
Oh my god.
What?
Can't wait for Sora to get amnesia again. Have to relearn all about Kingdom Hearts.
So I was almost going to make our topic, how do you deal with characters forgetting their shit between games? That might be a future topic, but anyway, no, they set up, there's some really weird implications from the ending. I can say this much, that everything from Kingdom Hearts 1 to 3 has been resolved. But everything from the lore of that stupid mobile game now matters a lot, which I really don't like. Also, the ending indicates that Tetsuya Nomura is straight up fucking pissed that they canceled Versus 13 so much that they like. Tyler, do you care about me spoiling the secret ending because we don't know what it will get? So Sora wakes up in fucking downtown Shibuya, but not just any Shibuya, the one from The World Ends With You, implying that he's dead and he's playing this game to get his soul back. But he looks up on him and Riku are both there, and they look up on the building, and the first 3 notes of the opening of Final Fantasy 15 plays, and you're like, oh shit. And then suddenly the tune changes. Because for those that know, the song from Final Fantasy 15 was originally in the trailers for Versus 13. So it pans up to the top of the building, and who's sitting at the top of the building but that Noctis knockoff from the Virum Rex trailer in the Toy Story world? Meaning that Tetsuya Nomura could have used Noctis, but he wanted his original Noctis there, not the one that was in 15. So he made his own fucking original Final Fantasy character, who now is seemingly going to play a role in the Kingdom Hearts game. Because he's so salty they wouldn't let him do Versus 13. I commend Nomura to no end. This is the pettiest
Literally
shit.
inserted his fan fiction character into the fucking game.
This is the pettiest shit I've ever seen, and I fucking love it. Who cares? No big deal. I want more. That's how I feel about all of this.
I don't. But I don't want any more. That being said,
to be fair, Tyler, you also didn't finish the game, but yes,
you're not entitled to that opinion.
I know I'm entitled to the opinion. I know.
Anyway, this has inspired me.
So Tyler, you're saying if there's another Kingdom Hearts game, you're not going to buy it? No matter what, even if like Freeman said it was great.
If he didn't play 3, there's no reason for him to play 4. The thing about Kingdom Hearts is
that's fair.
You got to understand.
Freeman,
every game
whoa.
enjoyable.
That's a big assumption that there's going to be another numbered sequel next.
Oh, there totally is. So here's the thing.
Really?
There's 2 things that are going to happen. Either Square does their usual shit and they're like, fuck, we need spin-off games on whatever mobile consoles pop
there
right
you
now.
go.
Quick, release something for Switch. Or they're going to do what a sane company would do, and after spending fucking years retooling the Unreal 4 engine to support their new lighting module, they're going to use the same system to just make another game using that like tool set that lets them make games for PS4 and Xbox One. It's probably not going to be called Kingdom Hearts 4, though. It's going to be called Kingdom Hearts 4 Death and Rebirth or some shit. That's my prediction. But
Freeman, that's like when I named those fucking fake indie studios. You can't name something that's so close to what it's actually going to be.
I mean, I just lifted that name off the Evangelion movie, but the thing is, we might see a push away from the Disney side of Kingdom Hearts for a little bit. One of the things that became really apparent when you play the later levels is Disney actually had a way tighter leash on what Tetsuya Nomura could do. So when you go to like the Pixar worlds, all of them take place after their respective storylines because the original teams didn't want them to tread on what was already in the movies. And they explicitly requested like, do a plot line like this where it doesn't have ties to the main plot of the movies. But then you went to like the Tangled and Frozen team, and their instructions were, don't you dare fucking stray from our movies. Tell them the way they were. If you want Sora to be there, he has to be in the background. And that's why the Frozen world is actually the worst world in any Kingdom Hearts game. Because Sora might as well have not been there. It was just them redoing Frozen in the engine. And they straight up said, yeah, the Frozen team is really strict on what we could and couldn't do. Like, they explicitly said none of our characters are allowed to be shown in or be in combat. So they couldn't make any of them assist, like, players. And they had to make the fucking Abominable Snowman be your partner because it's the only one they were okay with.
I mean, that's shitty, but at the same time, you have to imagine the reason is because there's a new Frozen movie coming soon, and with Marvel being and like with everyone going for these fully interconnected universes,
Yeah,
you could easily see someone being like, "Oh my god, is this Frozen canon now?" And then
here's the thing:
it's like,
Kingdom
everything
Hearts
sucks.
has never been canon for Disney. Everyone's known that. There's never been any confusion. But then
But Freeman, isn't this like the biggest selling one ever?
everyone is always the biggest selling one ever. But here's the
that explains it.
But
then
here's the thing: you go to like the other worlds. Hercules, they let them do what they want. Big Hero 6, they said
because that's
do
a dead
you want.
franchise.
Pirates of the Caribbean, they did the third movie again, but they let them tie their own plot lines interweave.
Dead franchise.
Not really. They're making another one.
Yeah, rebooting it without Johnny Depp. That's not the
really.
same
They're
thing.
making another one. Anyway,
okay, fine. If they're not rebooting
point
it, is Johnny Depp going to be in it? No,
actual,
well, it still counts.
For the actual movies where the staff is no longer there, Tetsuya Nomura was able to do what he wanted in Kingdom Hearts 2. But for all the modern ones where the directors and writers are still part of Disney, they have final creative say, and they had a much tighter leash on him for this game. So it sounds like he may want to dip more into the original character / Final Fantasy side on the next one, so he doesn't have to deal with the restrictions of Disney.
But then it's just a shitty Final Fantasy knockoff.
Well, I mean, let's be real here. This was just a shitty Disney game until we got to the last world where it was actually good. So it sounds like maybe if they just made a Kingdom Hearts only game where they just kind of forgot about the visiting Disney worlds part and just used the let's have Disney characters part, maybe that'd be good. I don't know. I don't work for
But I feel like, is it... Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be. Isn't, like, every game where you have Donald and Goofy as your partners the whole time?
No, only 1, 2, and 3.
Only the main games. Well, okay, in that case, still, actually, it kind of applies.
It was one Chain of Memories, and then 2 had it, and then starting at that point, they wanted to tell other stories, different parts of the timeline, and they removed Donald and Goofy for various reasons. Some had to do with the timeline, some had to do with game mechanics.
But then doesn't, like, you get what I'm going for, right?
Okay, well,
like,
I'll put it this way.
They would still be...
Mechanically, Donald and Goofy can't be with Sora right now, due to spoilers.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So they are not going to be his teammates, at least at the onset of the next game.
Oh, interesting.
But I can't tell you why, and you have to beat 3 to figure it out.
So we'll never, neither me or Tyler will
never know.
Maybe one day, like I mentioned before, I might go back and play it.
Nah.
But right now, no.
Too many new games.
Yeah, the final boss was super dope, though. That was probably one of the coolest fights in
That's not an insult to you, Tyler. That's more like there's still, even though it doesn't happen super frequently for us at this point, like new games still come out.
Yeah.
And it's just impossible to go back.
No, I've gone back to Resident Evil 6 at some point. I mean,
it's like 5. Okay, that game's also much less of a commitment than fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Also true. Actually, no. If anything, it was a testament to me going back and beating like older games as Final Fantasy VIII. I literally retried playing that game on 3 separate occasions.
Dude, FF8 sucks. Don't blame yourself for that.
Correct. It's fucking terrible.
It's such a shittily designed game.
It's a shit. Thank you. See, I've been trying to tell everybody this, and I know you and I have agreed on this podcast saying that 8 was god fucking shitty, but
it's not even story or writing. It's just the gameplay is bad. It's not a fun game to play.
Oh no, everything. No, everything. The story is bad.
I like the characters.
The gameplay is bad.
Why don't we?
Let's get back to weeks.
Okay, yeah. Let's get Freeman to finish his week, please.
No, now I'm pissed off, man. Fucking
no, Tyler.
I'm not playing Kingdom Hearts anymore. I'm probably not going to go for the Platinum Trophy. I do secretly want to play 1, 2, and Birth by Sleepy because I was reminded of how much I love those games. But I don't have time right now. Right now, I'm catching up on anime. I finished putting together the new D&D character for Leslie's campaign that is supposedly starting in the distant future. I don't know.
Who knows?
Point is, I managed to continue my trend of taking an anime character or concept and transform into a D&D character. The first character I had, he wasn't really a D&D character, but he kept using the Shining Finger from G Gundam. The second character I made, he wasn't an anime character either, but he was straight up Eric Hartman. My last character, I had zero creativity. I just literally copied Megumin from Konosuba into our campaign. But with this new character, I'm kind of basing him off of the sort of the way Shiro Emiya was in Fate Stay Night, where he's got this heroic spirit, future destiny plotline shit going on. And we'll see how that plays out. If you guys want, I can talk more about the character at a later time. If this campaign fires.
If ever.
Yeah,
since me and Tyler are the 2 players not in that game.
Yes, I get to tell all you guys the cool shit happening.
Freeman, I forget, since we didn't talk about it, did you watch the Violet special? No,
I actually did. I
probably
watched it
not.
on Sunday night after we had finished Siege.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, and yeah.
So the thing that killed my enjoyment was Netflix kept trying to drop me to 240p for no reason. So I kept having to restart it over and over
Damn
again.
it.
But it was really good. The only problem, the real actual problem I had with it was I didn't know what point in the timeline it took place. I was really confused why Violet was suddenly shitty at writing letters.
Oh yeah,
so
it's
I
in the middle.
I'm like, oh, it's like in between when she like started and actually was decent at letters.
Yeah,
but it was a really good episode. I wish it aired as part of the normal season because it was like it was a really
no
good
reason
point between like there's the one episode where she goes to her coworker's village, and she's still a little robotic, but it has probably one of my favorite scenes in the show where she first introduced herself, and there's this slow motion scene as she curtsies, and everyone's just like taken aback by how beautiful she is. That was the scene where I'm like, damn, they're flexing their animation muscles here. Like, you need a bridge between that episode where she's still kind of robotic, and then the next one, which I think is the princess episode, where suddenly she knows what she's doing.
She's like, wow, everyone's like, fucking Violet Evergarden, yo, let's get her.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I just wish it aired with the show in the correct point.
So Freeman, I totally agree. I have to ask, only because it's the thing I love about the episode and Val doesn't. What did you think of the song?
I thought it was good. The lyrics didn't seem right as a song, but the whole thing sounded nice, and the presentation was really good for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know why that song has stuck with me really hard. I really don't know why.
Oh, really? I mean,
for some reason.
I mean, the singing was impressive. Regardless of what the meaning of it was, the singing was really good.
I think it's the combination of both. For some reason, the first time I watched it, the lyrics hit me really hard. And now it just sticks with me. I don't know. Anyway, is that your week, Freeman, or you got more?
Pretty much. I don't think anything else crazy is going on. But if something does, you'll hear about it next week.
Tyler?
I'm moving.
Oh, are you moving this week?
Moving and grooving.
No, I'm going to move all my shit at least. If not, I'm going to try to maybe start living there this weekend.
Oh, shit. So do you think the next podcast will be from the house now or your parents' house?
My parents' house, maybe. That's if I get my shit together and I'm not lazy.
Don't be lazy, Tyler. Move out.
Sounds like a big if.
It sounds like a fucking huge if I have to move my ass. I'm also working this weekend too, so.
Ouch.
So is most of your time just between moving and working?
Moving and working, because I don't have a life, man.
Well, you say that, Tyler, but transitioning to my week.
Wow.
You already said it, but this counts for both of us. So we tried to record Siege on Sunday, but Luigi wasn't feeling good. Yeah. So instead, Tyler and I started recording a brand new Let's Play of Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I wanted you to pop the cork on that one.
Well, that's why I transitioned out of your week into the thing we did together.
Yeah.
So me and Tyler started playing Crackdown 3. I don't know when the videos are going to go up.
Holy shit. You guys are going to love it.
This game. So, because we record Siege so rarely, this might actually also take the spot of the game that randomly goes up second shift or second upload time. Obviously, I'd love to record more Siege because now, so I'll get into it later, but many people want us to play online. But I figured, Tyler, if you could get Aiden to show up for a recording session, that would mean we'd have 5s and we could actually play online maybe once or twice.
Oh, please. We can play online now.
I mean for recording, though.
Oh, what?
For recording purposes.
Have to have 5 stat. We just mute the guy. It's all good.
Well, whatever. Regardless.
We're already assholes to each other.
Okay.
We could be assholes to a 5th guy.
Well, let me put it this way. It'd be nice to have... It's more likely to get Aiden than Luigi, apparently, at this point, because he's working so much. Anyway.
It's tax season. It ends in 8 weeks.
April.
Actually, 5 weeks.
Either way, me and Tyler started playing Crackdown. This game is no Crackdown 1, unfortunately.
Or 2.
I didn't play 2 nearly enough to remember it well enough.
It
wasn't 1.
It wasn't great.
So this game is also not that great. Me and Tyler blew $60 on this fucking game. But we're having a good time laughing and dicking around in this game, so that's better than nothing. But
I'm having a great time, just like...
You know what the worst thing in this game is, I realized, Tyler?
What?
The fucking driving is the worst.
Oh my god,
it's ever.
Dude.
Freeman,
it's like
you don't understand.
driving.
So, no. Freeman, at least that's funny. okay, we were in a point, me and Tyler were in the same car. Tyler drove away, I was driving around. We drove and we crashed into each other. Okay, our wheels are grinding, we're running into each other, that makes sense. Tyler gets out of his car, and my car continues to spin its wheels and not push Tyler's car at all.
What?
It didn't even move. It's like physics wasn't even turned on.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was like, what is happening right now?
There's a laundry list of things that are wrong with this game.
This game's real bad.
The other thing is too, like, it's
fun,
missing. It's missing features. Before we get into that, it's missing features of older Crackdown games.
God, this game feels like there's nothing in terms of these. Ugh. Okay, Friedman, it's fun only because we're doing co-op. I don't think I'd be having any fun for more than 10 minutes without playing co-op. Like, the other day, I did a little bit of grinding by myself where I just went around and collected a few agility orbs. Fucking just moving in this game. Okay, there's an air dash that you get we got within the first hour and a half. That air dash feels great. Everything else feels terrible compared to Crackdown 1.
Air dash is pretty fucking dope.
Like, it seems like in this game, the highest you can get is a double jump or a triple jump. In Crackdown 1, you didn't need a fucking double jump because you jumped 500 feet into the air with one jump.
You jumped like 5 stories. It's fucking
like, you don't have this shitty jetpack that's like, jump, choo, like, it's nothing. In Crackdown 1, I remember fucking 3 jumping my way to the top of a skyscraper, taking out a rocket launcher, and then jumping down, firing rockets at a fucking villa that was on the edge of the cliff that the villain owned. Tyler, you probably even know what exact boss I'm talking about. There's like a guy with a villa on a cliff edge.
Yep.
And in this game, it feels like you can't do any of that. Like, oh my god, I gotta find the way to Assassin's Creed my way really shittily up the side of this building. Like, there's one point where I went to grab a ledge, and my character just didn't grab the ledge and kept doing the grab animation on every ledge as she slid down and grabbed none of them. Like,
yeah. Also, the pacing. The pacing is bad. Like, it doesn't introduce things slowly.
The game is just like, boom, you're an agent. You're on this island. Go kill the guy. Okay, now here's the whole city. Like, what is happening?
Tim and I are literally every second. Who's the militia? Who are the bad guys?
So, Freeman, as soon as you kill, we pop out and we start killing civilians immediately, like, accidentally right away. Like, oh, I shot a civilian, whatever. We immediately picked up stuff and started throwing them at civilians on purpose. Fucking, this girl who revived us comes on and is like, don't do that, the militia's not gonna like you very much. And we're like, who the fuck is the militia?
Who the fuck is the militia?
So, and I'm like, and then I see guys in red uniforms who are the corporate villains. And I'm like, is this the militia? No, they're like the Terra Nova Corporation or whatever the fuck they're called. Cut to half an hour later when we get into the main city and we release a prison camp of civilians, and they're like, the lady's like, these people will be a great addition to the militia.
Oh my god.
And it's like, oh, the militia are the good resistance fighters?
We don't know what's happening. I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't know.
Is that part of the twist that you're not supposed to know, or is it just you guys don't know?
No, dude. So like in the first game, all right, I'm spoiler because this game's been out, or Crackdown 1's been out since like 2006.
Crackdown 1's not about the story.
Yeah, it's not about the story, but I thought it was kind of funny. It's like the whole time, it's like, oh, you were essentially the bad guy. It was like Braid.
Yeah, the agency is like actually trying to be the evil corporate overlords.
Yeah, well, the plot was they funded all of these gangs. And then they sent out the agent, and they're like, oh, see how effective we are? That's why you want us in your houses now, right? And that.
Oh yeah.
That's what
they like set it up to be the fault. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Tim said, the story it wasn't even a big fucking deal. Like, you didn't play it for the story.
But now, like, we spawn in and they're like, oh, Terra Nova is running this island, which is the only place that survived the blackouts, and they're researching the thing that causes. And it's like, what the fuck? What is even happening right now? This is so stupid.
See, I want
Terry Crews doesn't even save the game.
I want to have sympathy for you guys, but I just finished beating Kingdom Hearts 3. So...
See, at least, okay, Kingdom Hearts is insane story, but at least you can... An insane person could follow the story. Like, what story is there to follow in Crackdown? Crackdown 1 was kill the criminals. It turns out you funded the criminals. Crackdown 2, I don't even remember the story, but there was like zombie mutant monsters, and then this game starts and we're resurrected by this random Asian chick, and the director of the agency is like, yo, I'm in a satellite, fuck you.
Yeah,
Take
he's
down
like,
this,
yo,
this
look at
evil
me.
corporation.
I'm the elusive man.
Oh my
I'm
God.
the best.
It's so... He even
No.
has a cigar that he fucking puts out
dude.
in, like, this cutscene.
And I was like,
Oh, we didn't even say that. That's so good.
Martin I literally just thought about it. I'm like literally trying to be Martin Sheen. Disrespectful.
Also, this... Yeah, it's... Well, the videos are going to come out probably this weekend is when I'll put it out on second shift videos.
I want to pose that question to the audience and you, Freeman. I think you should take a look, and I want you guys to see if you can follow it. Maybe we're just dumb.
You're talking about follow along with
Also,
your Let's Play?
You don't even have to all the way. Just like watch like a little bit of it and see if like you can
watch
really
5
follow
minutes.
It.
Watch enough until you see my cameo appearance in the episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. I will say one last thing. Game defaulted me and Tyler to ultra graphics as soon as we opened it.
Oh boy.
Went in and immediately had horrific frame rate issues. Both kicked it down to high. Totally smooth.
Yeah.
Also, physics in this game, fucking trash. Like, I know I said the car thing.
Dude,
but like,
everything.
Me and Tyler spent 5 minutes before recording throwing boxes at each other, and the way the characters would just fucking ragdoll onto the ground was so bad. All right. Anyway, we're gonna.
Hold on, before we wrap up, I forgot there's one more thing I want to throw into my week. My brother was home this weekend, and usually we watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine together. But we fired up Hulu, and there was a show. There was a show that was recommended to us, and it didn't have such an unusual title. We probably wouldn't have given it a shot. But the show was called Pen 15. And I sat there and I'm like, what the fuck is this on the front page of Hulu? Who names a show this? And my brother's like, hey, I heard it got good reviews. You want to watch the first episode? So we go in, and the show is about these two female comedians, and they're playing themselves going into 7th grade. But everyone else in the show is played by an actual 7th grader. And they managed to capture all the awkwardness of middle school in a single show, including fashion styles, the music of the time. It was really surreal to watch this show, but it's also like the cringiest fucking humor in the world. If you like cringy shit, give this show a shot. It's a Hulu exclusive. It just came out last week. Called Pen 15. I don't know if I can continue with it. Like
or penis.
Way too hard.
Yep.
Penis for those not so intellectuals who couldn't figure out the joke.
God damn it.
A more important show comes out tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Rising of the Salt blood pressure hero.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. It's been... Oh, actually...
It's going to be a Hot Springs episode, by the way. Spoiler alert.
Is it really?
It is really. Crunchyroll posted a clip of it going on Hot Springs.
Why do you got to say this?
That's
I don't want to know
it's
this.
Doing the Goblin Slayer shit where it's not actually dark anymore. Until the next wave where I guarantee someone important's going to like die or some shit.
It's not going to be Spear or the bitch, so it doesn't matter.
It's going to be someone in their party, I'm guessing.
No way. There's only 3 of them.
They're gonna in Spirit Dude's group, and he's gonna blame the Shield hero. That's my prediction.
Oh well, of course he will.
Because when don't they?
Yeah, because when don't they?
Oh, we have definitive proof that that Spear hero cheated. Oh fuck you! I'll win next time.
Like, all right, damn.
Like, how's your crotch, dude?
Damn, fucking burn.
All right. Anyway, let me just go through my week real quick. Freeman didn't watch Slime, but Slime continues to be the most friendly show literally ever created. I don't understand how this show is so popular now.
Yeah, I'm concerned it's losing track of having a conflict, and I don't like this.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm getting a little... Also, Friedman, am I crazy? Do you remember Luigi messaging the Weeeb chat that we have about Slime looking worse? Do you remember this comment he made?
Saying this. I mean, I feel it's definitely lost some of its stuff going into the second half, because usually Animation Studios blow their budget at the beginning.
I was going to say, so me and Val were actually paying attention. He either said that when I was 1v1 chatting him earlier this week, or in the group chat he messaged us. It's super noticeable. Anything that's not a main character in center frame kind of looks like dog shit now.
There's only really 2 exceptions to that. It's Shion's left boob and Shion's right boob.
Well,
okay. Anyway, like I said, me and Tyler started playing Crackdown the other day. Been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. I really want to record because I bought 2 new operators. These guys have been hearing me talk about it for almost a week now, but I bought 1 new offense, 1 new defense, and I really want to fucking record with them because they are already both my new mains. What else? Yesterday was the surprisingly successful and crowded Battlefront 2 live stream finale. Tyler tuned in for a little bit of it. It was a ton of fun. It was very loud. There were many people yelling into microphones. But I had a ton of fun, and I'd like to live stream again in the near future, especially since I was given a code by Stardock for a DLC for Sins of a Solar Empire. Really want to do a live stream of that in the near future with a bunch of people. But I'll post more about that on like Twitter or such in the near future. Honestly, not much else. Actually, no. Since the last time, I managed to completely get working and then beat Star Wars Battle for Naboo PC, which I didn't even know about existing like last week. I managed to beat that game, and the first video just went up today as of this recording. But the second one's going to come out by the time the video of this goes on YouTube. I still fucking love that game. That game is shockingly different from how I remember it as a child. It's one of those games that felt a lot longer as a kid, but then I beat it in 2.5 hours as an adult.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. But yeah, I super fucking glad. I also started releasing. I started playing it a while ago, but the Shadow of the Tomb Raider started coming out. I'm just kind of trying to play through that game. I'm honestly not as in love with it as the first 2, but it's just kind of more of the same Tomb Raider. I just kind of want to finish it. I was motivated today to try to actually finally fucking finish, what's it called? Or finally play Darkest Dungeon, because they just announced, actually this could have been on news, Darkest Dungeon 2 got announced today.
Yeah, the sequel.
So I feel like maybe I can finally go into the first one and not worry about more DLC coming and fucking with me. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll live stream that or something. I don't know. I want to stream more, but finding time is tough. What else? That's about it. Siege, Crackdown, Tomb Raider, Battle for Naboo.
I can't believe you're doing Battle for Naboo.
What?
I can't believe you're doing Battle for Naboo.
It's done.
Oh well, I just saw the videos getting posted.
I know.
So from me and my fellow viewers' perspective, it seems like you're just doing it now.
No, I know. Yeah, like I said, parts of that game still really hold up. Parts of it don't. Obviously. I mean, it's a 15, 20-year-old Star Wars game on N64 and PC. And it's one of those shitty PC ports that Factor 5 did, like Rogue Squadron, that doesn't work very well.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, we're going to end there. I don't want to ramble on too long. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just right at the... No, actually, it's not 2 hours because we had that break. So for the viewers, it's like an hour and 45. But for us, it's like 2 hours. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We will return next week with the TNT podcast. But until then, my name is Timpedia.
I'm just Friedman.
And oh wait, you fucked me up. Oh no. Oh, go away. Shit, Tyler.
And we will catch you guys
next time.
Next time.